Thank you for tuning in to Free Flow Fridays with Cynae TheGoddess.
Going in. Family and nice like we snowed it in. Bring the respect, make it snow again. Then bundle up, bring the bitches in. Hot like a dark, hella melanin. Bitches be hating, they telling it. Fuck up a bag, make them tell again. Sending that pressure, you hoes think I melded in. Going in. Family and nice like we snowed it in. Bring the respect, make it snow again. Then bundle up, bring the bitches in. Hot like them dark, hella melanin.
Welcome to Free Flow Friday with me, your host, Cynae TheGoddess. We have some guest speakers here with us tonight. Takita, say hey.
Hey, y'all.
And we have Christy here. Say hey, girl.
Hey.
We can't see you.
I know I'm sick. I got the flu and I look like Booger Wolf.
All right, we're gonna get the night started with our very first video, Facts by Sam Mariee.
Thank you for tuning in to
You tell me you love me, or just move on with it. Yeah, buy up all of your love. You tell me you need me. Keep shit 100 this plan. Explain it so you understand. If the shoe fits, I'ma lace that bitch up and I walk up them steps, cause you know I'ma stand. All of that talk make you feel like a man. This ain't a game, if it was then we plan. Couldn't supply all the shit you demand. Made me feel small like I couldn't expand. Damn, I feel good from the way that you hurt. Look at this flower you buried in dirt. Together forever, I buried you first. A masterpiece that will admire your work. Girl with a flaw, but a girl with a plan. Don't give a fuck, understand. You show me you, I show you where to stand. Gave you a shot, now the gun's in my hand. Facts. You tell me you love me. I'll still put me first. I'll just move on with it. Even if it hurts, I'll buy up all of your love and throw all that shit in my purse. If you tell me you need me, I'll tell you what's worse. You tell me you love me, I'll still put me first. I'll just move on with it. Even if it hurts, I'll buy up all of your love and throw all that shit in my purse. If you tell me you need me, I'll tell you what's worse. You tell me you love me, I'll still put me first. I'll just move on with it. Even if it hurts, I'll buy up all of your love and throw all that shit in my purse. You tell me you need me, I'll tell you what's worse. Love if I would've bowed down to you. I could let it be. I know my worth and I value myself, nigga. Look out for you, now I look out for me. I held you down like the roots in the ground, giving love to the leaves of a tree. You lost your colors and floated away. It's something else that you needed to be. Basic or high, sometimes I'm not. Maybe I'm giving it all that I got. Sometimes I'm rough, really I'm smooth. Maybe I'm too cool for school. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down. Ho, I'm a swine, bitch, I'm a cow. Either way, your ass ain't never around. Look at you fuck niggas now. Wave. You tell me you love me, I'll still put me first. I'll just move on with it. Even if it hurts, I'll buy up all of your love and throw all that shit in my purse. If you tell me you need me, I'll tell you what's worse. You tell me you love me, I'll still put me first. I'll just move on with it. Even if it hurts, I'll buy up all of your love and throw all that shit in my purse. If you tell me you need me, I'll tell you what's worse. You tell me you love me, I'll still put me first. I'll just move on with it. Even if it hurts, I'll buy up all of your love and throw all that shit in my purse. You tell me you need me, I'll tell you what's worse. Kick shit 100 this plan. If the shoe fits, I'ma lace that bitch up and now. Do all of that talk, make you feel like a man. Do all of that talk, make you feel like a man.
Welcome back. So what did y'all think of Sam Mariee? I thought it was a pretty dope video myself personally, and I love her swag. However, We're going to get into this. So tonight's discussion is going to be about healing. So let's start with Miss Takita. Do you have any personal stories you want to share before we get into the questions? Do you have any advice you want to give real quick?
Love yourself. That's my advice. When it comes to healing, for me, that means
That's
you
crazy.
love
I cannot
yourself.
hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You can't hear me?
That's crazy. I cannot hear you.
My mic's on.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. There you go. I can hear you too. Let's go. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. All right. For me, personally, healing is loving yourself. I think that's a way to get back to you, to make you complete. Most people think a man or female makes them complete. You have to be complete before you try to love somebody else. And that's what healing is.
I would have to agree. Christy, you have anything to input on that?
Yeah. When in the process of healing yourself, you have to remember to forgive yourself too. Not only just, piggyback off Takita when she said you have to love yourself, but you have to forgive yourself too when healing. That's like the biggest part of it, being able to take accountability and be able to forgive yourself for your part in whatever role that you may play in that, to be able to move on too, and be kind to yourself when healing, because that's a lot too. We be so tough on ourselves, and we tend to beat ourselves down, and we tend to ask these questions like, the why. You can't do that when you healing. You got to be kind to yourself, and you have to learn how to forgive yourself when healing.
And patient. You have to be patient with yourself. I had to learn that the hard, and trust me, it's hard, y'all. It's hard. Yeah, but you have to be patient.
Very much so. Very much so. I agree.
Patience is not my biggest virtue, but I'm working on it.
I'm
very much getting better.
I am too. I get it. I think that's something that I had to learn about myself. I know a lot of people come saying you're not patient, because I ask you to do something and you taking 1 second too long to do it. I'm gonna get up and do it myself. And they were like, you're not patient. But it took for me to go through my healing stage to realize you're not patient. Yeah. You have to be patient. I wasn't patient with myself. And another thing is, you have to let yourself know what happened to you when you were younger or in your childhood. That's not your fault. It's not your fault.
We definitely blame ourselves secretly, even if we don't want to admit it. We definitely be blaming ourselves, So I get that 110%. But to piggyback off Christy, it was the accountability for me. Like, taking accountability for yourself is a big one, because we don't like to admit when we wrong. A lot of people don't. Like, let's just be honest. We don't like to admit when we wrong, but at the end of the day, to take accountability for yourself, that's a big step for me in healing. For me, it was in healing, to take accountability for what I did. Self-reflection.
Mm-hmm.
My self-reflection, taking accountability for the role, as you said, I would play in certain situations. Yes. Big part of healing for me.
Oh yeah.
That's the toughest part. Once you can be honest with yourself and take accountability for everything that you have done, the core memories that you have created for other people, I think you'll be okay. The healing would be a little bit easier.
Right. I agree. That also just comes with self-awareness. Being more self-aware helps you be more accountable for your own actions. And then also understanding you have a choice, you have a decision. So before making moves, before responding to things, maybe think about how it's going to play out for yourself. Because if you don't, you're going to be back in that same spot trying to heal from something else or the same thing because you didn't heal the first time.
Oh, if you don't learn the first time, the universe got a way of bringing it back around. You're going to learn.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to learn.
Definitely so.
Yes, I agree 110%. So let's see here. So if we want to give advice to, you know, our audience here, what would be one of the things we would say to start to try to heal? Where is a starting point for healing?
Oof.
Shadow work.
Definitely shadow work.
Shadow work.
Definitely shadow work.
Sometimes we're doing shadow work and we don't even realize that we're doing shadow work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
That's where I had to start it. It was shadow work. And that's what got me through it.
Yeah, I would have to agree with the shadow work. And there's no, like, I would say it more so comes from, like, for me, it was like shadow work and working on my triggers. So like when some people would, or not just people wouldn't, things would trigger me. I'm like, okay, this is an issue that I need to heal from. Like I need to work on this. Like I'm very much more patient now. Like I used to be super impatient as well, but now I've gotten to a point where I'm like, if the shit don't get done, it don't get done. I asked you to do it. If it ain't done, that's on you, not on me. And also, when I think about my triggers, like me listening more and stop, I guess you could say reacting very quickly and just listen, you know, and try to put myself in their situation. I would say definitely working with my triggers would help me with the healing because it opened my eyes to what was making me upset.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, triggers and learning what the root cause is to your triggers. And that's what the biggest thing, because I would just go off. Seeing, you know, from working with I and I would just go. And I had to sit down and realize what the triggers, what was it that was causing me to act this way? Because it's a trigger behind your action. Something made me snap the way I did. And it can be something so small, but if you don't know what's making you trigger, you don't know what that trigger point is, you're just going to keep battling with yourself. I had to literally sit down and see and examine myself, like, why am I acting like this? Why does this bother me? And that's trying to figure out the root cause of you. And
that's pretty much shadow work in a nutshell.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for anybody listening, if you was wondering when it came out, when it slipped out, that they really pretty much explained it for you. Shadow work is working on yourself. Figuring out what the triggers are, figuring out, okay, I know this is my trigger. Now let's figure out where that stems from, the root of that. Now let's figure out a corrective action for that. How can we not behave that way moving forward? How can we resolve that, let that go, heal from that? Right?
Right.
Okay.
Sometimes, you know, when doing your shadow work or when trying to heal, I always tell people just, you know, be mindful, you know, because once you get to that point where it came from, it could be a little bit painful.
Yeah.
There will be some tears.
It will be a lot of tears.
It's good though. It's good. Trying to cleaning your soul. So that's good. Right. It's good going to cry because it's some things. It's like, dang, I didn't even know that bothered me.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And you're still like, why am I crying about? I didn't even know that bothered me. I didn't know that was something that triggered me. But you start learning a lot about yourself, and you're gonna cry.
You're gonna cry a lot. It's I not tell people shadow work. It ain't pretty. It ain't. But once you get done with it, it's beautiful on the other end of it. And
Because you know yourself. You really have to know yourself.
And that's why I always tell people to be kind to yourself. Like once you're going through that and you figure out where it come from, be gentle with yourself and be kind with yourself and be forgiving, because it can be rough. You know, we as adults, we tend to take emotions a little bit different than we did when we were kids. So, and as adults, we should be able to, you know, take that emotion, and I'm not going to say not cry, but, you know, we can handle it a little bit differently.
So, right.
I agree.
Look, we all in agreement. See? Perfect. Perfect. So just to take a little break, we're going to step into our next video. Here is E-Bake with IAm Deno.
I can't help no one until I help myself. They don't listen, they too busy judging well. I guess it's swimming pools, I'm breaking rules like Michael Phelps. It's just a in the loop, I kept the groove all by myself. But if it's me and you, don't show up here with no one else but you. I had to leave and give the whole world back to you, so I don't bleed a delay. You don't send signals, you on a freeway. Replay, hit me, I'm sliding just like a E-breakdown. Hit me up and I'll be sliding like a E-breakdown. Hit me, I'm sliding just like a E-break. Hit me, I'm sliding just like a E-break. Cause you don't send signals, you on the freeway. You don't send signals, you on the freeway. Just hit me, I'm sliding just like a E-break. Just hit me, I'm sliding just like a E-breakdown. Cause you don't send signals, you on the freeway. Just hit me up and I'll be sliding like a E-breakdown. Hit me, I'm sliding just like a E-breakdown. Cause you don't send signals, you on the freeway. I can't help no one until I help myself. They don't listen, they too busy judging well. I guess it's swimming pools, I'm breaking rules like Michael Phelps. It's just a in the loop, I kept the groove all by myself. But if it's me and you, don't show up here with no one else but you. I had to leave and give the whole world back to you, so I don't bleed a delay. You don't send signals, you on a freeway. Replay, hit me, I'm sliding just like a E-breakdown. Hit me up and I'll be sliding like a E-breakdown. Hit me, I'm sliding just like a E-break. Hit me, I'm sliding just like a E-break. Cause you don't send signals, you on the freeway. You don't send signals, you on the freeway. Just hit me, I'm sliding just like a E-break. Just hit me, I'm sliding just like a E-breakdown. Cause you don't send signals, you on the freeway.
Welcome back to Free Flow Friday with me, your host, Cynae TheGoddess. So if you're just tuning in, our conversation for this evening is healing, and we do have two speakers. We actually were supposed to have three, but we're missing one, but no worries. We hope everything is okay with Miss Dannie, but we have Miss Takita and Miss Christy here. And so we were just talking about taking accountability for your actions and the role you play. We were just talking about shadow work, how it works, and how it will take you out. But it is beautiful in the end. Promise. Every last one of us have had to do some type of shadow work. And to be honest, I don't think shadow work ends. I don't think.
Oh no,
it never ends.
It don't.
See, we're all in agreement. It doesn't end. Like there's never an end to growth. And so that's where there's never an end to shadow work, because there's never an end to growth. We're always growing and moving along in life. So here's my next question. Are there levels to healing, in your opinion?
Yeah, I believe it is levels to healing. I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is levels to healing. I guess you could say based on the severity of the trauma that you went through.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's going to have different levels to it. Whereas, for an example, I went through a whole lot of sexual assault as a kid versus me going through a breakup. Those are different types of healings, you know, trying to maneuver through that. So no healing type is ever the same. It's not going to ever be the same.
It's not going to be the same for any two people.
I don't think any for anybody, even for that individual, it's not going to be the same.
Right.
Because you're healing from different traumas.
Different, yep.
So it's not going, even for yourself, it's just not going to be the same. And that's why we say be patient with yourself, love on yourself, be kind to yourself, because it's not going to be the same. This trauma that you was trying to get past from this may not feel like this one over here, because this one over here going to be the one that really take you out.
Right.
You felt like this one was the easy breeze, oh, okay, I got this. But then when you try to start healing from another trauma that you had in your life, that's going to be the one to take you out. It's not going to be the same. It's different levels to try to heal yourself.
This one over here might take you about 4, 5, 6 months to go over.
Yeah.
No.
Whereas this one over here might just take a couple of weeks to get through.
Like, oh, girl, I got this. And then you try to work on yourself, you like, what the hell? Like,
you lost weight, you lose your edges,
you pulling your own hair out, yeah.
It be like that sometimes. It really do. So we have to understand healing is not going to be the same. It's not going to look the same at any point. And I mean, let's just skip right to it. My next question was, is there a time frame for healing?
No. No.
You own your own race. You heal when you can heal. You heal when it's best for you to heal. You heal when you are in the mind state to be acceptance of the process of healing and moving on from that. Because, you know, some people, they get stuck in like a certain situation that they went through. They stuck there. They can't move.
Right.
And so there's no definite time frame for when you can heal. If you heal in 2 weeks, that's cool. If you heal in 3 years, that's cool too. That's on you. That's your race, your time frame. It's nobody else's. And then if anybody is rushing you to heal, you need to cut them off. Period.
Because see, my healing started a few years back. And let me tell you, I thought I was healed. I went through child molestation. I've been raped. I had bad breakups, and I didn't know how to let my anger out. The way I let my anger out, I used to fight all the time. And growing up, I didn't think nothing of it. You know, I just thought, like, that's just me. And that used to always be my saying, it's just me. I ain't gonna change. That's just me. Not knowing later on in life that just me is gonna actually hurt me more than I'm hurting anybody else. Right. And when I met my twin flame, because now I'm looking at myself. And I'm hating what I see, because now I actually see myself. And that right there is what triggered me to start healing myself. Because I said, this, I said, I'm this bad. Like, it was, we mirrored each other, and it took for somebody else to tell me, that's your twin flame. I'm like, no, the hell he ain't. I cannot stand this child. Like, we are too much alike. Like, I could finish his sentence. He can finish my sentence. And it was just like, and it actually took somebody to say, no, y'all have the same. So y'all mimic each other. That's your mirror. That's how you act. And I'm like, I'm not that bad. Yeah, you are. And that's what set me down to start doing my shadow work. Cause I'm like, and I started realizing like, this is how I am. And it's not a good feeling at times. Cause am I that rude?
Right.
Do I cut people off like that? And I wasn't kind to me. I was hard on myself. I criticized myself before anybody else did. So I had to take that in consideration. So it's not no timing. You don't let nobody rush you. You take your time and you heal. This is for you. It's not for nobody else.
Exactly. Right. It's your journey. And everybody not supposed to go with you.
Oh no, everybody's not gonna go with you.
Right.
Yeah. People gonna start falling off like flies, and that's okay.
And that is perfectly fine. Because they weren't supposed to be there anyway.
I'm the complete opposite of Takita. Like, I'm a lover. I wasn't a fighter. So I guess you could say I was more so on the people pleasing side of it. I was a pushover, and I couldn't keep being like this because I kept getting hurt and letting people run over me. It come from unhealed trauma. And so I started my journey some years ago, and I've been on it ever since, like it'd be something so small and that'll come up like, shit, I gotta hear from this, god damn it. Or like, but yeah, I was never very argumentative. I'm still not argumentative person. I don't like to fight. I don't like to argue. And when relationships that I was in, or like with family or anybody, if you talking angry towards me, I'm gonna shut down. And that wasn't good. I wasn't standing up for myself. And I needed to speak up for myself and, use my voice and say, hey, I don't like this, and create boundaries. Like, no, you're not going to talk to me like this. You're not going to do this. And once I realized that I set my boundaries and stand firm on my boundaries, my healing was a little bit easier for me versus, me fighting, me being argumentative, me being combative, me being defensive. I was never like that. So
see, I walked around like the whole world was against me. The whole world. So I was shut down. I get quiet. I was shut down, but I'm gonna swing. And that was me. Like, because I felt like now everybody is against me. And that was my problem. Everybody's against me. They don't mean you no good. And that's why I always stayed by myself. I was always the loner. I want to be alone. Because I felt like everybody was against me. So I had to heal from that. Like, what made you like this? Why do you feel like everybody is against you? Why do you feel like you can't? Because that was my thing. I don't get along with females. I don't get along with females. I don't like females. I've always said that up until I was like 30 something. I've always said that. And it took for somebody to tell me, no, it's not that you can't get along with females. You don't try. Please get up. And I had to sit down and examine myself. Like, what are you doing? You have to have that tough conversation with yourself. Because it's not everybody.
There's one common denominator, and that's you. So reevaluate yourself. What's so crazy is I'm literally like between the two of y'all. I was a lover, but I was gonna fight. Because it was like when growing up, I got bullied a lot. And it wasn't that I didn't know how to fight or I didn't want to fight. It was just I was afraid what I was going to do to you if we did fight. So I wasn't afraid of them. I was more afraid of me and what could possibly happen. So I just let people push over me until I got into like middle school, and I was like, this is not a real thing. We're not going to do that. We're not doing that anymore. I was still very quiet, but I was still super popular. But I still didn't want to be around people, but I wanted to be around everybody. It was so weird. It was like I wanted to be around everybody because it was I didn't realize it at the time, but it was the attention I was lacking. I didn't get attention, so I wanted attention. And it didn't have to be romantic attention. It just
attention,
being,
period.
you know, I wanted I had on something cute. I wanted somebody to see I had on something cute. I wanted to
I think that's the problem with a lot of women. Even though we don't want to admit it, we love attention.
Yeah, but that was my thing when I was younger, for sure. And then when I got older and I realized, but you an attention whore. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're gonna sit that over there, and then realized, oh, what type of attention that I really wanted. It's crazy because, well, let me get to this. Somebody asked, one of the viewers asked, after you heal past that trauma, what do you do?
You become a better person. But for your healing journey is not going to end.
And you won't be as easily triggered once you get past it, you know.
You start loving on yourself. You start putting yourself first.
You'll be able to set your boundaries and stand firm on your boundaries once you get past those traumas.
You'll find peace. You'll realize your reactions are different to stuff. Literally.
You let a lot of shit go.
A lot of stuff go. A lot of stuff don't even bother you. You don't waste your energy on things that don't serve you. You literally start to see the change in yourself.
And I did. And let me tell y'all something. Like I just said, I was a fighter. I was always fighting. So one day I was at Walmart. And trust me, you're going to break. Because it's going to be certain things and you're going to realize, like, I'm changing from this. And you're going to try your damnness not to go back to that person you was.
But it's going to be hard because people going to try.
It's very hard. And I was at Walmart, and this is during the COVID whole thing. And we had to stand outside in line. They let a certain amount of people out, then they let some in. And this woman just went ape shit crazy. I don't know what was wrong with her. She's throwing racial slurs around. And, oh, you letting the monkeys in before us. And she just going. And so I'm sitting up here, I'm minding my business. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not for the feed instead. I'm a better talk. I think this lady's on medication or something. Well, I'm like the second person in line. And she comes up. I said, excuse me. No, I'm in line just like you are. She said, oh, nigger, shut up talking to me.
Oh.
It was a man standing behind me. He grabbed my arm. I said, nope. I said, you know what? So I start doing my breathing count because, you try to breathe.
You gotta change your energy real quick.
Right, and I'm like, first of all, I'm in a mesquite. She's white, I'm black. Like, just not gonna go well. I'm like, okay. So I'm looking at the Walmart employee because he's standing there at the door letting people in and out. I said, you better get her. I'm gonna say it once. You better get her. This lady took this buggy and rammed the buggy into me. The guy grabbed me. He said, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. When I tell y'all, I cried. Like, I was crying. Like, somebody had actually did something to me. And I was crying because I was so mad because I did not hit her.
Right, because you couldn't react. Trust me.
I know. So mad. And my mom, she told me, she said, I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you from here, honey. Proud of you.
She said, I am proud of you because the child that I know would have knocked her ass out. She said, I am proud of you. But I was so, like, it hurted so bad because to me, that little girl that's still inside me felt like, you gonna let her do this to you?
Oh, you just let her disrespect you like that?
Right. You trust me, you're gonna battle yourself. You're gonna be sitting up here talking to yourself like it's two people in this room. You're going to battle yourself. And I'm sitting there constantly battling myself every day. Should I knock her ass out or should I just keep it moving?
See, I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm healing. I ain't healed yet, man. That okay. That right there. So I'm like super duper pro black. And you're not finna disrespect me. Like, okay, you can talk however you want to. I don't care. You can talk. You said she pushed the buggy and it hit you? Oh no.
Yes. And I thank God that man was standing right there, because all I saw was blood flowing from this lady. I was so mad. Like, I could not stop crying. I was screaming. Like, I wanted to tear this lady ass up. And it just took everything in me. And the man was like, well, we're not going to let her in. Y'all ain't gonna have to let her in, because y'all gonna have to call EMS in a minute. But it just took everything in me, and I was so mad. I was hitting Walmart wall. I was just that mad. But it was a constant battle fight with me, because I'm looking like, okay. And once I got home and I sat down and I calmed down, and I'm like, if you would have took it there,
where would you have
you in Mesquite? This is a white lady. Mm-hmm. You're black. Mm-hmm. You would have been dead or in jail.
That's the only two options.
Mm-hmm. You know, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I probably would have took my chances. I ain't gonna end up dead, because she hit first. Mm-hmm. And we got a bunch of black other witnesses.
Them police officers that like gunning down black people.
Okay.
Shit. I thank God that man was standing there, because I think I would have that day we would have found out. Because I was so mad. I was so mad. And I was mad at myself, because I'm like, you should have whooped her ass. And I'm like literally talking to myself. You should have whooped her ass. But it was a growing moment for me. Yeah. Because I'm like, if this was me 5 years ago, I would have been in somebody's jail, because I would have whooped her ass out that door. But okay, you know what, lady? And like I said at first, when she was sitting up there yelling, I said, this lady got to be on medication. And for sure, she was on medication.
Yeah. You just never know. You just never know.
That's true. That's true. But still, she
I almost got it.
I would have popped her ass one. That's just it. One
time. I probably would have pushed that buggy back and made it hit her.
Knew that day.
I pushed the buggy back, but that wasn't enough for me.
It wasn't enough. I needed some hands.
It's a natural reaction. Somebody pushed something on you, you're going to push it back. It was a natural reaction. When she pushed the buggy, I pushed it back.
Yeah.
But I'm going to whoop your ass right now. Like, hitting you with the buggy wasn't enough for me.
It wasn't.
So at this point, I want to whoop your ass. Like, I don't fuck this buggy. Like, I was so mad.
Well, we're going to take a break, ladies, and check out the next video. We got Marathon with Sam Mariee.
Going in. Family and nice like we snowed it in. Bring the respect, make it snow again. Then bundle up, bring the bitches in. Hot like a dark, hella melanin. Bitches be hating, they telling it. Fuck up a bag, make them tell again. Sending that pressure, you hoes think I melted in. Going in, going in, going in. Family and nice like we snowed it in. Bring the respect, make it snow again. Then bundle up, bring the bitches in. Hot like them dark, hella melanin. Bitches be hating, they telling it. Fuck up a bag, make them tell again. Sending that pressure, you hoes think I melted in. Blessings galore. Back on my bullying, back in velour. Running the race like I'm doing the tour. And I'm leading the game, I ain't keeping no score. I had peace in my hood even though we was poor. Had a little, but I wanted more. Gave it to God and shit started to pour. Channel my pain, now I'm built from the core. And I'm built from the shoulders, I know that you see it. Becoming the person I'm destined to be. Hustle with purpose, I'm tied to my people. I look out for them and they look out for me. Facts, coming to get it, you know it. I'm cut from a cloth that you wish you could be. Marathon running this word up to nip, just salute and address me as Hustle Marie. Going in, going in, going in. Family and nice like we snowed it in. Bring the respect, make it snow again. Then bundle up, bring the bitches in. Hot like a dark, hella melanin. Bitches be hating, they telling it. Fuck up a bag, make them fuck up a bag, make him tell again. Sending that pressure, you host, think I melted in.
He killed it. I freaking love that song, y'all. I'm sorry.
I like that.
Sam Mariee song. That song is so fire. Okay, so if you are just tuning in to Free Flow Friday, I'm your host, Cynae TheGoddess, and we have our two speakers here, Miss Kita and Miss Christy, and our topic for the evening is healing. So we did talk about taking accountability, being more self-aware, shadow work. We talked about how shadow work will take you down, how healing never ends. And my next question, ladies, would be, are there any tools that you guys would suggest to our viewers for healing? Is there any tools?
A journal.
Yes. Therapy. It's okay to go get therapy. It is. It's okay to go find you a therapist. Preferably if you're a woman of color, find you somebody else that's a woman of color or a person of color. Right. And because they tend to have, I don't know, therapy or therapists or psychiatrists, they tend to have like a special gift where they can unlock some shit in your brain that you would not be prepared for. And you're like, wait a minute, how did this woman get in my head like this? Like, you know, therapy is great. Like Kita said, journaling, writing it down is a good tool. Meditating is a good tool too.
Oh yeah,
when you meditate.
Music. I don't think I would have made it without my music. Music helps me.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it relaxes me. It helps me meditate. I use it when I meditate. It just takes me into another zone. Music.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I got my Spotify on now in a living room, and I was just looking at all the songs I've saved over time. I got like over 14,000 songs. I was like, God, no. I don't create a playlist, like all types of playlists for myself. Like the one I listen to when I'm when I'm doing like spiritual work or whatever, I got a playlist called Spiritual Shit. So it's like a bunch of spiritual songs that's gonna raise your vibrations and all that stuff. I got sad, so I got all types of songs. Like music is definitely my out.
Yep, yeah. That is my out, and I'm telling y'all, when I love dating myself, and I think a lot of women have an issue doing that. Date yourself.
Yeah.
Date
a lot of I'm not gonna just say women, a lot of people they haven't gotten I guess you could say gotten used to just actually being by themselves. Like you see these people, they get out of one relationship, get into another, they ain't even healed. They just
ain't even closed the door yet.
That was me. Yep, that was me. I would jump from relationship to relationship because I felt like I just needed somebody. I had to be with somebody. But when you learn how to be by yourself and you start loving on yourself, you're going to see your energy changes towards what you thought you liked at first.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to be attracted to them same people no more.
Exactly.
Once you heal, you're going to start seeing people in a whole different light.
Your whole perspective going to change.
Exactly. And like your standards is going to be so much higher too, because you want somebody who would be equally as yoked as you are, you know? Okay. You want somebody who will bring substance to your life and bring, challenge you, and somebody who stimulate your mind and everything. It's like once you don't heal, you're just gonna constantly keep getting the bullshit that you that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna keep getting the bullshit.
The shit you don't want, you're gonna keep getting it back. You're gonna keep recycling.
Somebody told me the reason you keep running into the same thing is because you ain't healed from what you were supposed to heal from.
Yeah, you didn't learn your lesson.
you're gonna keep running back, and you're gonna keep running back, and and it might be a different person, but the same bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't heal from it the first time. You didn't learn the lesson the first time. So I'm gonna send you this person and try to teach you again the same thing I was trying to teach you the last time.
With this last person over here. Baby, let me tell you, if that ain't the truth, if that ain't the truth,
okay.
Listen, y'all. So my lesson, I know what my lesson was now. And my lesson was I keep allowing, I'm not a bare minimum type of person, but I keep allowing bare minimum ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am such a big-hearted and loving person, my intentions are not received by others the way that I would like for them to be. So inevitably, and on top of me not having no patience, I just kept getting the same old shit.
You got to. Like,
and
my thing was,
time taught me, this last time, it really made me see, bitch, you have no patience. If you don't have patience, how is it that you are actually listening like you say you are?
Yeah.
How are you really listening for understanding if you really don't have no patience to slow down? And that's just with everything, a lot of things, business included. Like, I'm so fast. I want everything to go so quick. Like, when I think it processes quick. So I want it to happen quick.
Yeah.
But that's not how
I would give up. Like, I'd be like, fuck it. It didn't happen the way I wanted to. Instead of me just keep working on it and keep going. And that was my thing. Like, I had no patience. Like, you got to be patient. I got this business idea. When I put it out here, I want it to be successful. Soon I put it out here. I want to be a millionaire the next day.
Day two.
And if it didn't go the way I planned in my head for it to go, I'm over it. I'm gonna go to something else.
I'm done.
That was totally me. Like, I could not know. I want it to happen right now.
Yeah. That's how most people see relationships. They want something to be fantastic right away.
Like, I'm a healer. I'm a healer, and I had to realize I'm attracted to a lot of broken men.
Yeah,
because I want to heal them.
Yeah,
and this one, I said what? Because I was like, I hate it, and I'm an empath. On top of that, I said I just hate this shit. This is not for the weak. I don't like this. And my mentor, she had told me, she said, "You a healer don't mean you got to heal everybody."
That's the one.
You a healer don't mean that you got to sleep with the guys that's coming to you.
Right.
But my thing was, I like him. So, I'm a very sexual person.
Yeah.
So I'm going, and then I'm a Kester on top of that. Now I'm picturing our wedding in my head. And so I try to hold on. No, I'm supposed to let it go. But that was my thing. Like, I try to heal everybody. And I had to learn from that. Like, if it's too much, no, you got to go. Because you're destroying my peace at this point. And if I don't want to heal you, I don't want to heal you. And I'm fine with saying, nope, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get. Because I'm like that with people, period. Just everybody. It doesn't even have to be romantic. It could be a friend. Like, if I see you down bad, I'm trying to be that person that uplift you and pick you up and send some inspirational words to you or whatever. I'm trying to, you need $5, you need something to eat. Oh, you ain't got no gas. Like, you need a ride. Like, that's me. And I had to learn to stop that. I was a people pleaser.
Yeah.
I've
never been a people's pleaser.
I love no now.
No, right. I said quick, no.
I ain't got it. I probably got a bag of money and I still ain't got it.
Yeah.
So some people take advantage of it.
Exactly.
And that messes with your peace. That's why I tell anybody, if I don't have peace, you gotta go.
You gotta go. I'm so all for people. When I tell you I don't have many friends at all. Like, I don't heal so goddamn much. Like, I got a good solid maybe 6 people. That's it. That's it.
Me too. I got 2 friends and they ain't even. I got my best friend, one in Detroit and one is in Georgia, baby.
Yeah.
And I'm so quick to everybody asking like, why do you be so quick to cut people off? Because you're disturbing my peace.
And is.
You're disturbing my peace. I need you to go.
See, like I said before, like I was people pleasing, but now I don't do that as much now. And like my best friend, like I have a little group, you know, that I try to mentor or whatever and give guidance to. And she say I'm so rough and so mean to them. I said, girl, I'm not for the sugarcoat shit. Like I'm not for the be. You're the nice one. I'm not nice. I'm gonna. If you're my friend, I care about you. I'm gonna tell you like it is. I'm gonna tell you, hey, you need to get your shit together. You need to get it together. I'm gonna tell you in a minute. You need to leave that motherfucker alone. Like he dragging you down, baby. He keep treating you like a girlfriend, and you've been a girlfriend for 8 years now. He ain't even got no intentions on making you his wife. You need to leave him.
And I think a lot of women, period, don't like that. And I'm one of those who I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm not for the sugarcoat. I'm going to say how I feel. Especially if you come and ask me, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not a yes person.
Right.
I'm a root for you. I want the best for you. But I'm not about to sit here and make you think that you're doing the right thing or you're making the right decision when I know for a fact this is not right. I'm going to let you know. And that's why I only got 2 friends. I am very, like, I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm going to let you know this is about the dumbest shit you ever did.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know what's up. Like, I wouldn't be the person that I am. It wouldn't seem like I really cared if I didn't tell you.
You know what? When you that blunt with somebody, it's because you care.
Right. Yeah. And I tell anybody that I treat you how I want to be treated.
Exactly. And
I don't want a yes person. I want a friend who's going to tell me, like, Keita, all right, you was wrong for that. Don't agree with me just because. And some people, because, and I know a lot of people, some people I would have to talk to. I'm not from here. I'm from up north. I'm from Detroit. So we talk aggressive. I don't mean no harm, but that's just how I talk. But some people, they take it the wrong way. Like, oh, I'm not being mean, baby. I'm just trying to let you know this shit is dumb as hell.
Right.
But the way it'll come out, so I have to sit down and then I'm finna tell you this, but I don't want you to take it the wrong way. I don't want to do that. Why do I always
have to do all that, dagnabbit?
I always have to prep you for a damn talk that you asking me. And I'm like, it's overwhelming. I don't feel like doing all that. Like, as a friend, you should know. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to be real with you.
Because some people, when they can't handle it like this, some people feel like you're projecting when you're not projecting, and they feel like your emotions are attacking them, or your emotions are displaced or misplaced with them, and they feel like when you're trying to tell them something, they don't want to take it in. It's because they have not done the work themselves. They don't see the shit that we see, you know, as someone who has been through that, someone who has healed through the shit, and they feel like we're projecting onto them. And that's not the case at all. It's like, hey, you don't see this shit. You are literally settling for the bare minimum, and you think this shit is awesome. It's not. It's terrible. Like, I see it. Like, I know you deserve better. You should see that you deserve better. You set the bar so low, like you can just step over this motherfucker. Motherfucker should be struggling to reach your bar.
Okay.
Period. Right. And it's like, you don't see it. It's like, because you got to do some healing yourself. Like, you need to learn to love yourself a little bit more to see what I see in you. And if I'm going to tell you to leave a motherfucker, yes, you need to leave him alone. Leave him. Don't talk to him no more. Right. I don't care. Cut him off. He should not have this much access to you, period.
Access. Woo, what a key word, huh? Well, listen, we are winding down to the end of our hour. So, ladies, do we have anything that we would like to tell our viewers personally? Do y'all have any businesses or anything that you guys have? Do you offer any services that you would like to let the public know about?
Well, I have a herbal business. I do herbal bath bombs. I do body butters, and it's all homemade, so it's made from natural ingredients. I do soaps. Let's see what else. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm open and available to talk whenever somebody needs me. My inbox on Facebook is always open. I'm always getting random messages about something. I just need everybody to heal. I think the world would be a better place if we all just heal.
And no worries, if y'all need more details and need to see her products, she will be on Magic Monday. We're going to do a private interview with her and look at some of her products and services that she has to offer there. So no worries, you won't be missing anything. If she missed anything, we're going to cover it. Promise.
Yeah, I don't want to go into too much because I know I was doing that show. So.
I know. Miss Christy, what about you? Do you have any products and services that you provide?
Just stay tuned. I'm coming with my herbal teas and my smokable blends real soon. So stay tuned for that.
So that means you're going to be on Magic Monday then.
Not yet, but I will. I got a whole lot of stuff. Eventually, of course, definitely. So, working on my podcast. So hopefully I can launch the first episode on the 31st. That's what I'm shooting for. I got to finish editing and doing all that good stuff. It's a true crime podcast.
Drop your channel. Let the folks know what your channel is so we can come watch and subscribe to your podcast.
I will drop it. It's going to be like a big old lunch. I promise. I'm going to drop because I'm going to be on Spotify. I already got everything set up on Spotify. So if you have Spotify,
I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah.
So if you like true crime, that's all me. So
okay, true crime. At least we get a little bit of detail. Okay, so it's gonna be a true crime podcast. She's gonna be on the 31st. So everybody, keep your eyeballs out for that.
I send you the link and you can share it with everybody.
All right, MTS is definitely gonna be in that thing. We definitely gonna try to see if we can see what we can see. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. I'm gonna drop the link where y'all can listen to it for free. So I'm in the works of editing that right now. So just stay tuned. Hold on to your panties. I'm just playing.
I know that's right. Well. We're gonna go ahead and get into our last video, which is My Body by Sunflowaa. Tell me what you think. I want you all on my body. Control my mind, chills down my spine, my body. Just take your time, massage me right, my body. I want you to spend the night, be intertwined with my body. I want you all on my body. Control my mind, chills down my spine, my body. Just take your time, massage me right, my body. I want you to spend the night, be intertwined with my body. With my body, yeah. Arch it up, yeah, I know that you like that. Beat it up, just know that I fight back. The only solution that's law to me. Blessing your love for my star-crossed things, you know just what you do to me. Even when you fall, for you in my dreams. So when you dance with me, I want your attention, put your eyes on me. I'm a good kitty, yeah, I aim to please. No matter what you do, it's you for me. Just know I want you all on my body. Control my mind, chills down my spine, my body. I want you all on my body. Control my mind, chills down my spine, my body. Just take your time, massage me right, my body. I want you to spend the night, be intertwined with my body. I want you all on my body. Control my mind, chills down my spine, my body. Just take your time, massage me right, my body. I want you to spend the night, be intertwined with my body. Boom, 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 boom. You make my heart race. All right. Well, I do want to thank you, ladies, for coming and joining our panel discussion on healing. I'd be more than happy to have you guys on another panel just because I love your points of view. Definitely got to talk about relationships. That's going to be our next show for anybody's watching. Relationships and dating is going to be our next roundtable discussion. We will introduce those guests next week. So thank you for tuning in to Free Flow Friday with your host, Cynae TheGoddess. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your night.
Night.
Bitches be hating, they telling it.